Okay, so here's a little something different than uh, the usual shooting coyotes for farmers and pelting. What I want to show you is something else that I'm interested in that I've been doing for the last couple summers is planting my own food. So if you have a yard wherever you are, then most certainly you can have a garden. So I'm going to give you a little tour here. Uh, it started out last year with just this section in here and down to about here, and it went quite well. We got quite a bit of food off it. So what we have is far down there is pumpkins along the fence, and then we have zucchinis, and then we have, there is cucumbers somewhere in here around the fence, but and peas. So there's cucumbers down further. I don't know how well they're going to do. These trees here that weed in like crazy are terrible. There's a grapevine there that we planted a few years ago. My wife wanted grapes, and we haven't seen a grape off it yet, but maybe we'll luck out this year. Anyways, we got beans along here, peas along the fence, and peas are going to be needing to get thinned out here, I think. Beans and peas, and then there's more cucumbers up in here, in below this area here. So lots of beans, and then this here whole area in here is potatoes. So if you ever wondered about growing potatoes, all you need to do is, you get a bag of potatoes somewhere in a store and they start to grow on you after a while because you don't eat them fast enough. That's where you get your potatoes from. You cut them up and you lay them down in rows, and then mound dirt up over them, and this is what the result was from a bag of those big russets or whatever from Costco. But this was from just like 6-7 potatoes. So this whole area here is potatoes, and then we later added some tomato plants along here because we had so many growing out of a pot from seed, and these are the ones we planted early. In fact, this tall one was one I first pruned from the bottom. So you want them to grow higher, prune the bottom out, get the leaves up off the ground. It's all flowered, and we've actually got stuff growing in here. As you can see down in here, I just noticed this morning that there are some tomatoes on here. So this is our tomato field, so to speak. Then we've got some carrots, and since the carrots didn't do that well on this one spot for some reason, I planted some lettuce there. I planted some leeks along here. I don't know if they're even going to come up. But we've got carrots, and then we've got more beans. And as I can see now, there's more beans getting ready. They're ready to be picked. We picked about 10 pounds off it in the last week, and more and more. And as you move to the back, there's a mixture of green and yellow beans in here. As you move to the back, I thought I'd plant a row of corn for a joke. I should have planted them a little bit closer together and maybe a couple of rows, but this is my, I jokingly called it my privacy corn. But anyways, that's what you have it. You can grow food in your backyard. Down over here, we have our main supply of cucumbers. That's done very well up against the garage here every year. And yeah, usually it yields a whack of them to eat, and we'll pick the smaller ones to pickle for making pickles, sweets and dills. And that's about sums it up for food. Anyways, if you grow tomatoes, you can do tons of stuff with them. You can freeze them. You can throw them in boiling water and peel them and jam them in the jar with just a bit of lemon juice and salt, and top them with olive oil, and you can use them for tomato sauce, or the same as canned tomatoes. Beans, well, we're mostly going to vacuum seal and shrink our beans and freeze them. And maybe I'll make some pickled beans this year. Your potatoes, well, you know what you do with potatoes, you eat them, right? But anyways, we'll have to post an update there. And there's my lettuce bed, where we just basically have salad off that all summer. And then my wife's got some mint down in there. And yeah, anyway, so instead of just cutting all this grass, I've only got a little bit of grass to cut. which I really enjoy, not cutting grass. So anyways, there you go. Why bother buying all your food with the prices nowadays when you can grow a bit of your own? And you can save your seeds from your plants and stuff to work with next year instead of buying more. So that's the plan anyways. And hope everyone's well and enjoying this hot weather that people pay for in the winter. And have a good day.